they both belong. Join the conference, it's gonna be lit. Curipod fam, you don't wanna miss it. In this digital age, we gather online. No need to travel, no waiting in line. From the comfort of home, our passion tastes like. Afraid we divide us, but our heart bars are right. Can't attend live, don't let it dismay. Plays on the way, just a click, no delay. Curicon, the future's awesome. We're writing teaching, they both belong. Join the conference, it's gonna be lit. Curipod fam, you don't wanna miss it. So spread the word, let the assignment unfold. Curicon's the place for teachers, it's all one. In the realm of light, together we'll find. Our Curicon, let make the future come alive.
Hi, Curicon champions. Ready to keep the learning party rolling? I'm Amanda Fox, your host and community manager of Curipod, and I hope you're ready to buckle up because we're about to drive full speed into our third session of day 2. And trust me, it's going to be mind-blowing. Get ready to be wowed by none other than the incredible Greg Bagby. He's here to spill the beans on how to supercharge your professional development using Curipod. That's right, we're talking about leveraging Curipod to take your skills and expertise to the next level with your faculty and your staff. Whether you're an administrator or a teacher, you're going to get something from this lesson. So expect to get some fresh teaching strategies and expand your horizons with Curipod. So get comfy, grab your favorite snack. Hopefully it is orange. Got the goldfish here. You can hear all my Coke cans like falling over as we speak. We're going to bring up Greg. Hi.
Hello, Amanda.
Let me give you a proper introduction. So Greg is the coordinator of instructional technology at Hamilton County Schools. Is that still correct?
That as unless you know something I don't.
I don't. So,
Okay,
and is a recognized K-12 IT influencer with over a decade of experience as an educator, including a background as a principal and technology integration specialist. Greg is a sought-after expert in his field, and we're so lucky to have you with us today. So thank you for joining us for Curicon. He's shared his insights at Google Summits, state and national technology conferences, and EdCamp events. He's the co-founder of EdCamp Gig City and is a co-moderator for #EdTechChat and TN EdChat, Tennessee EdChat. Additionally, Greg serves as an adjunct professor, keynote speaker, Microsoft Innovative Educator, an MIE, master trainer, and an MIE expert.
Whatever any of that means, I don't know, but
Did I
play
miss
with
it?
computers. That's what I do. I play with computers and I enjoy them.
Awesome. Your bio is fantastic. If you want to add to that or share with our guests a little bit more about your background or your passions or what you're going to be talking about.
Sure. So as she said, I was a former principal and I use a lot of that with my presentations. I present a lot of places. Thank you, Facebook user. I as a matter of fact, last week I was in Seattle. Yes, last week. Last week I was in Seattle, and the week before that I was in Oregon presenting on AI and talking about all the things AI and trying to figure out if we can make this a smooth transition. I do a lot of work with NCCE, which it's not a bad word for Curipod folks because I know Jenna Lee or Jenny Long and Celine Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are all about the Curipod, and they are also NCCE professional learning specialists like myself. So we go all over the states training people and doing different things. We love being able to meet new people, and that's part of the whole idea of professional development and professional learning, the whole idea of having networking. And it's one of those things that I think that gets left behind in PD. And I'm going to ask you all a couple of times to do something. I think I deleted that slide because I said I can use my mouth. Go ahead and put your Twitter handles in the chat, be it Facebook or be it on the YouTubes. so that folks can get it and see it, and you all can connect because we got to
Encourage
connect.
it.
One
Yeah.
of the things that I find myself saying a lot, and I was corrected just the other week when I was in Oregon, I would say silos are for grain, not education. And the guy was like, well, actually, that comment comes from silos are for the missile silos that we have during the Cold War. I was like, oh, okay, my bad. I like grain better. Silos are for grain, not education. So we should connect. We should figure out ways to connect with each other. If it's X Twitter, as I like to call it, or if it's on LinkedIn, or I guess some people use Pinterest. I can never get over that Pinterest hump. Yes, I worked at an elementary school, and yet I never use Pinterest. It's crazy, but it's one of those things I never got over. But the whole thing is, we got to connect. We got to meet. We got to help each other out. A long time ago during this pandemic, I realized that I was the only person in my district doing what I was doing. And there are other people like me, just solos in their district. I created a Zoom call that went out once a month. Oh, yeah, once a month. And we just say, hey, let's just talk about what's going on, what we can do better. How can we serve each other? How can we help each other? How can we help teachers? And it was phenomenal. Just being able to connect with other like minded folks across the country. And all that to say is, yes, I love PD, but I love connecting even more. Sorry about that, Amanda. I got
Oh, no.
really, soapbox.
You're
Ah!
passionate.
That's what
Yeah.
you're passionate about.
Yes, connecting
And
educators.
we're connecting with our orange shirts. We're,
We are.
all different places. We got on our Curicon swag. So, and Greg, we were just talking, like I've followed you for years on social media and I've been a admirer of your work. And this is the first time we've actually been in the same virtual space together.
Yes,
Hey.
and I would see you at conferences. I see you post something at a conference. I was like, and then you would be gone. And yeah, it's weird how that happens. Sort of like with the Curipod guys. This I guess it was February. I think they were in IdeaCon in
Mhm.
Illinois. Yes,
Yeah,
and
I was there
seeing
too.
stuff. I was there, but I saw stuff. I was like, "Where are these guys? Where are these guys?" And then, of course, lo and behold, on my ride to the airport, Julie Smith was taking me to the airport. She was like, "Did you meet the Curipod guys?" I was like, "No," and I still never met them face to face, but we've been in some same places lots of times. But I told Eric that we are going to meet up. We
Awesome.
have to,
Just look for
even
the
if
orange
it's
pants. Look for
even
the
if
orange.
it's in Norway. I'm going to meet up.
And even if they're not a Curipotter, we just, if they're wearing orange pants, they're good people. You can go say hi. They'll probably
Ooh, so I could say go Vols? Oh wait, no.
go what? Oh,
Ouch.
well, Greg, we're not going to take up any more of your show time. We're going to drop down backstage and let you take the spotlight.
Fantastic. Let's talk about some PD.
All right.
So there's my friend Reba. She's kicking it because she's amazing. And I'm going to go ahead and take Reba and let's go ahead and we're going to do this. Of course, we're going to do this thing. Go ahead and join me if you can. If you can see it. We're just waiting. Right, Elsa. So, truth be told, I just like looking at the names that pop up over and over again. It makes me happy to see who's here or who's in the room, or, well, your Curipod names. And one of the things I just saw was the volcano one. And as I was saying, I was out west in the States, in Oregon and Washington. And Rochelle is here. Hey, Rochelle. And it was kind of amazing to see these signs that say volcano evacuation route. And then I went up to another part of Washington and it said tsunami warning area or tsunami, yeah, area. And I was thinking, that's crazy. But I guess it's where they are. So, maximizing your PD with Curipod. Yes. And of course, I use Curipod to generate some of these slides, but the whole idea it was the reason why Reba's kicking it is because in PD, we don't think about exactly how we're going to deliver it sometimes. A lot of times it's a must do, it's not a we get to do. And of course, Curipod will create custom slides for you about different things. You can just say, hey, generate this, generate that. That's how AI works now, since what was it, November 30th of 2022. And from there, we have this whole generative AI movement that's going on. But we're going to maximize our PD with Curipod and other tools. So, uh, did you know that Curipod can help you plan your PD activities up to 6 months in advance? Curipod uses data analytics to identify gaps in your PD. Anyway, this is another one of those slides that was generated, but I just love the way that they do this and the way that they have this. These are the things that are available to us. There are a couple other tools available to us inside of Curipod, but just thinking of PD in itself, we need to think about how we get there. But before we think about PD and all the things, we're talking about AI. And I'm very curious. What tools have you used? I'm sorry, AI to enhance your current teaching and learning. Do you use AI to enhance your? I guess I had a typo. Looky there. But what have you used AI wise to enhance your teaching and learning? Anything? Any answers? Bueller? Bueller? Has anyone used any tools to enhance their AI teaching and learning? Let's see. Yes, I was so excited about tools I didn't think. AI. So the timer says one thing, but Greg says another. So you have 10 seconds. Well done. So what have we used for AI just out of curiosity? Oh, I love the music. It makes me feel like I'm a king. I'm royalty. And as I look through, I see more Chat GPT than anything else. Quizzes AI, yes, yes, yes. Someone is like going all in. They have Magic School, Adobe Express, Bard, Curipod, Diffit. Uh, I use the idea. Yeah. So if you never heard of these tools, or if these are some of the Perplexity. Yes. Sorry, I get excited over little things. But if you've never heard of some of these tools, write them down, jot them down, think, I need to check that out. Because if they're using them in the classroom, you can probably use them some way to enhance your professional learning or the professional development of others. Uh, like Diffit, for example, I assume that, well, I don't make want to make an assumptions, but Diffit, uh, I love the idea of dropping in a YouTube video link and having it suss out all the details of that video link. And then it gives you questions if you want, and you can go further and further into it. Uh, that's a great tool if you're doing question and answer on a specific video inside of YouTube. And also, you can do anything in there, but I like it for the YouTube. And then I guess Magic School does similar things with YouTube, and then Curipod for sure. And wait a minute. Okay, I do see a couple of Canvas. So Canva, of course, a couple of weeks ago they snuck in magic on us, and it was one of those things where they had the countdown and all. But okay, so we've used tools. Let's scroll up. There's more. Curipod, tweet. We've used these tools to enhance, of course, presentations and slides, but to enhance what we're doing inside of our classroom with students. Isn't that the same thing we want to do with our teachers when we're doing training? One of the things that I emphasize when I was a principal, I always emphasize that I'm going to do for you what I want you to do for your students. I always wanted my teachers to figure out that whatever leadership style or whatever I was training them on, I wanted them to be able to feel that they could do the same thing with their teacher or with their students. I was the one that would go to soccer games and football games of the teachers' kids because I wanted them to do the same thing for their students. I was the one that led the PD on the difficult technology tools because I want them to see that, oh, yeah, and sometimes I messed up and sometimes they figured it out. But I wanted them to have an idea that, oh, Greg will do it and he'll mess up, so I can do it and it's okay if I mess up. And as I go to click my next button, I see the little M at the bottom. That's another tool. If you didn't know, that's for Magic School AI. I've of course installed my Chrome extension for that. But uh, wow, the spelling thing is getting to me. I think I left off an S. What does every PD need? So first, we need to think about the SMART goals. Remember those SMART goals that we talked about? They're sustainable, measurable, attainable, and what? Wait, SMART goals. They're SMART goals. Yes. Uh, whoa. Yes. Sorry, my computer's kind of flashed at me, and hopefully yours isn't flashing as well. Um, anyway, uh, okay, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. Okay. Yes. New learning. Thank you. Uh, So when we go into PD, we are expecting that we're going to get some new learning of some side, of some type. And one of the things that we don't always ask for or do, or uh, yes, one of the things that we don't always ask for or do is the whole idea of collaboration and networking. We don't do a whole lot of that when we are doing PD. And then skills diversification. How often do we go into PD and we get sit and get and we get the same thing all the time? That's like, I guess that's PD 101. You go in and yes, you're just going to get the same thing that all the other people get. But we need to figure out ways to diversify this PD. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I think if we think about the skills of our teachers and we know the skills of our teachers, we can figure out ways in order to enhance their PD by looking at their different skills. Wow. And then feedback and reflection. Of course, we always want to give feedback, um, even if it's in PD. We always do it with our exit tickets. Exit tickets. Yes, we always do it with our exit tickets as well as in our classroom and when we get PDs and all the things. And then reflection. We want to reflect on what we've learned so we can figure out how we can build it and make it better. So, the goal for this session, I guess I have like 8 minutes now that I've talked so much. Uh, we want to leave with ideas that we can use Curipod and AI in professional development. And this little GIF or GIF, as we call it, I love it because, well, Ron Clark Academy. And it's kind of a great place if you've never been. I call it the Disney of the South. Oh, wait, there is a Disney in Florida, but I call it the school Disney of the South, Ron Clark Academy. So if you never had an opportunity, please make sure you go there. So this is our goal for this evening for the next couple of minutes is just figuring out ways that we can leverage some of these tools in our professional learning. New ways to present what you must. That's one of the things about professional learning. We need to make sure that it's always something new. Uh, Encourage teachers to ask questions, be curious, provide resources for them to explore topics that interest them. How often do you have teachers do 20% time or have that time where they can go on and figure out things just for themselves to do with their teachers? I always used to tell my teachers and students, ask good questions, answer the ones you can, make someone feel special and be great because you are great. But it's one of those things where you want to make sure that the teachers are asking questions and you're giving them the proper feedback during the sessions. Please, please, please make sure you're asking good questions and being able to answer what you can, and what you can't, let the students know that you can't answer. You know what? It's always great to be able to show that you don't have all the answers. So, oh, the picture's generating. Learning about Hamilton County Schools strategic plan. So, one of the things that I have to do, and what my district leaders have to do, they have to go in and talk about our strategic plan. And you may get the opportunity to talk about your district strategic plan every now and then. I don't know, but this is one of the things that I dropped into Curipod, and I said, I have all this information, and I have everything that you want, but exactly what am I supposed to say? And Curipod, it pulled up the information for me. And it's one of those things that you don't have to do all if the information's out there and it's something that you have to go over, like bloodborne pathogens, and you got to go over suicide prevention and Title IX. That stuff's been out there for years and you can find it and it's available to you and you can just have it. Hey, even my strategic plan for 2030 that emphasizes the importance of student voice and decision making at a district and school level is out there. And it's one of those things that you can pull inside a Curipod. You can pull it in and then you can have questions about it. You can actually have it generate questions about what's going to happen with this. How are we using this plan effectively? What are ways that the parents get involved in the plan? So you can actually quiz your teachers or whomever you have on the specific district tools. As a matter of fact, I have a group of teachers and coaches that are working with me, and we are the AI learning group. And part of the things that we're going to do as an AI learning group is we're going to push out information on AI and tools that can be used, as well as ways to safeguard students from AI traps and dangers. Because, yes, we understand that a lot of students have been using AI for cheating, but we're trying to redefine cheating. We're using Matt Miller's AI and education book. Uh, he has a continuum of plagiarism and cheating to the student doing all the work. And we're trying to figure out where on that continuum can we make this place. And Matt Miller's supposed to be here. I think I saw a picture of him in the last session. I was like, hey, that's J. Matt Miller. And great guy. If you don't have AI in education, please go pick up his book. But my group, we're talking about that. It's the continuum. But one of the things that we've decided is we're going to have an AI generated slide deck, and we're just going to see what kind of information it comes up with. And we're going to see if we can present with some of the AI information and then some of our own information just to see if the senior leadership team actually realizes what's going on. Either way, yeah, that's going to be scary. So one of the things I do like about Curipod, I do like their brain breaks. We're not going to take 5 minutes to do a brain break, but draw a wacky elephant balancing on a unicycle while juggling an assortment of fruits. I'll give you a couple of minutes. If somebody really wants to draw something, more power to you. I'm not an artist, but just the idea of being able to throw a brain break in, even with senior leadership team. So my presentation with them, I've done a couple, and then I have another one next Wednesday. And I'm going to throw in some Curipod brain breaks just because I'm curious to see what they're going to do and how they're going to react. It's one of those things that I think you should give even the senior leadership team time to take a break. So we'll stop this in about 20 seconds. So get ready. Yay! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Stop! Sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, wait a minute. I wasn't going to give you time because I didn't want anyone to feel bad about their elephant. However, I think somebody cheated. Or did they cheat? I don't know. But those are absolutely gorgeous. So, if you don't mind, in the chat, did the third place cheat or did she just use their tools to be amazing? And do students cheat? Or is teachers cheating when they pull a lesson plan off the internet? I go to teacher, pay teacher, download my lesson, and then I hand it out. Is that cheating also? I don't know. So, okay, so this one I actually have a question. This is a word cloud. How do you connect with other educators? The whole idea of networking. We don't like to network for some reason inside of our spaces, but this is something that we need to do. So, how do you connect with others? And yes, Ken, they're using their tools. Like long ago when we were told, you'll never walk around with a calculator in your pocket. Yes, I will not walk around with a calculator in my pocket. I'll walk around with a computer in my pocket. And that's the way we figured it out. Oh, up. Okay, so I think that's almost everyone that has responded. Yay! Okay, got a couple more. It's going to count down on its own then. Social media conferences, TikTok. I was told just yesterday that I need to spend more time on TikTok. Yes, that's kind of crazy. Someone told me that I needed to spend more time on TikTok because that's where all the good things are happening. That's where all the creative learning is going. So, thank you for that. And Twitter, I call it X Twitter. Someone put an X down as well. S- Snacking meetings, Google Meets at campus, joining professional groups, professional PLNs, LinkedIn. Yes, and LinkedIn is growing because all the educators are running from X Twitter. Uh, so one of the things that I did when I was doing Curipod with the PD, I told them that they should go and discover ways that or things that they really like. Uh, have you ever been to the little button up top that says discover and clicked on it and found things specifically for you? It's amazing. It's a wealth of information. As a matter of fact, I'm working on a couple of things to go hopefully rogue inside of Curipod, and it's dealing specifically with AI. That's one of those whole ideas that this AI learning group that I'm working with, this is what we're going to do. How often do you go to discover and look for things that can help you, things that can push your kids learning forward? And then think about how often do you go there to look for ideas for PD, things that could push your teachers forward. Uh, it's there. It's just one click away from where all of y'all love. I know you love to create your presentations and do the slide decks and have the interaction, but let's go ahead and discover what other folks have done and see how we can enhance or make things better or create something great for ourselves. And then last, we're going to talk about strategies, but I think my time has come. Now it's time to say goodbye to all my beautiful friends.
I feel like you're closing out with some Mickey.
Heather?
Well, it was an awesome session. And this is a massive shout out to each one of you for making this session so much fun. Our winner from this session is, I apologize if I mess up anyone's name. Helena Mars Stevens was our winner for this session. So congrats to you. The enthusiasm in here has been contagious. Wow. I have loved doing this. And now we are on to watch Bonnie in the next session. So wherever you're hanging out, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, stick around and see what's coming up next.
Curicon, the future's ours.